Good morning and welcome to Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson. Today is Friday, April 26th, and wow, there's a lot to cover today. It's not as busy a day as normally, but there's a lot to cover. We got flying cars, we have the FCC restoring net neutrality, and we've got the ultimate catfishing. Okay, let's get into it. Let's check this out. Okay, first of all, some good news for the internet in America. The FCC, Federal Communications Commission, I think it is, restores net neutrality, and here's what it means for the internet. They voted 3-2 to reinstate rules ensuring equal treatment for all internet traffic, but the issue is far from over. But here, let's just go down here. Here we go. All right. So according to the FCC, these changes mean the agency can now play an active role when workers cannot telework, students cannot study, or businesses cannot make their products. So the idea here, the return of net neutrality in the US means that ISPs, or internet service providers, will be prohibited from blocking, throttling, or engaging in paid prioritization of lawful content, meaning they can't throttle you if you don't pay enough. Because what they're saying now is that the internet is a service that everybody has to have. It's really part of the free press of America. And the fact that the computer companies, the ISPs, have been trying to push you to buy bigger packages so that they can throttle you down. This is crazy. Anyway, I'm very excited about this. Net neutrality, chalk it up for a win for the people. All right, this I thought was really neat. You take an image that you draw, and it takes a picture of it, and then you push a button, it loads it in. Check this out. And then when you push the button, it loads, in this case, a little fox, into the little virtual world. And then rigs it and allows it to walk around. How cool is that? So now you've got everybody's, all these kids can put their drawings and put it right into a virtual space. I thought this was just a super cool way to get people excited about, taking what they do in the physical world and bringing it into the digital world. And I think that's just, look at that. That's just super fun. All right. Over to compute power. Elon Musk wants to turn the world's Tesla fleet into AWS for AI. That's 100 gigawatts of inference compute distributed all around the world, Musk said. The idea is that your car, if you have a Tesla, is a computer, and it's got a quite powerful computer on board. And when it's sitting idle, they can use some of that compute power, which won't use a lot of power, to distribute compute around the world. And if you've ever seen this program called Render Token, there's a whole token called Render, RENDR, and the idea is to distribute rendering around the world. And I think this is really cool. It says there's a potential when the car is not moving to actually run distributed inference. If you imagine a future perhaps where there's a fleet of 100 million Teslas, and on average they've got like a kilowatt of inference compute, that's 100 gigawatts of inference compute distributed all over the world. To summarize, you buy a Tesla, it's your property, but Musk wants to freely use the unused compute power in your vehicle for something. I mean, look, maybe they pay you for it. Maybe it's a way to make extra money or decrease your costs. Maybe they give you free insurance. Who knows? But the idea of turning an idle asset into a computer is pretty impressive. And I know some people have done this with SETI, for example. They've been able to take idle computers around the world and use it to look for other life around the planets. Anyway, okay. MSNBC is going to use virtual reality in a Supreme Court bench during the Trump insurrection arguments. Take Trump out of the arguments. How great would it be if you're interested in court to be able to put on a VR headset and sit right next to this, like in a really great view of a courtroom? I never thought of this because, people think of sports. They're like, oh, I want to sit courtside, or, I want to go to the moon or something. But, having a front row seat to a court case in virtual reality is going to be pretty, I think, pretty cool. Yeah, very, very cool. All right. Over to something really neat. Check this out. They're doing real live mocap into Unreal Engine, but they're doing this mocap or motion capture with no suits. They're not wearing the dots. There's no tracking cameras. They're just using regular RGB cameras. And this is a company called Move.ai that's allowing this technology to happen. Very, very cool stuff there. Finally, oh my God, it's 2024 and we have flying cars. Thank you. You know, we've had Twitter, we've had all these things, you know, nothing moving our world forward. Flying cars are here. Oh my goodness. So let's go through this. There's a couple awesome ones here. It says, before the end of this decade, you'll be able to order an on-demand aerial rideshare as easily as you currently request an Uber. Woohoo! Okay, why now? The convergence of advanced technologies such as batteries, materials, sensors, and direct electric propulsion is increasing the ability to do this. So let's dive in. There's a company called Lilium from Germany that's built this kind of VTOL or eVTOL or electric vertical takeoff and landing jet. It's 7 seats, and yeah, it's powered by 36 electric ducted fans. It has a cruise speed of 280 kilometers an hour. That's really fast, and a maximum cruise altitude of 10,000 feet or 3,000 meters, and a range of 250 kilometers. That's a long way. That's enough to get you to the cottage and back. Oh, I love this idea. Okay, Beta out of Vermont is another one. Let's see what their stats are. They don't say how much. It says, completed a 2,000-mile journey. Wow, that's impressive. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that one. They've raised $800 million. Volocopter. I actually got to see this one at CES a couple of years ago, and it's massive. It doesn't do it justice. It's like, 20 feet across kind of thing with the rotors. All electric Volocopter has 18 engineered rotors, giving it extra redundancy because each motor has its own, not only its own motor, but its own battery as well. Has a maximum speed of 100 kilometers an hour and a range of 27 kilometers. So not quite as much as the other one, about a tenth of that actually. All right, so that's it for flying cars. They are coming. There's not a lot coming, so there's probably an opportunity there for businesses to build those. Over to smart glasses. Meta just introduced a whole new line of smart glasses, and they're not going to give you heads-up displays or anything like this. There's no augmented reality, but what it will do is, because there's cameras and because there's speakers, now the AI can see what you're seeing and hear what you're hearing and give you information real time about this. So this to me is really exciting, because now I can rely on my glasses I can look at something and say, what is this? What is that bird I'm looking at? What is that plant I'm looking at? Or just take a picture of this and keep it in my memory bank for later so that I can talk about it. So I'm really cool about this. It's really got powerful cameras on it. It's got a 12 megapixel camera. It's got the AI built right into it now. So yeah, we'll see what comes of the AI glasses. Here, let me go back and just I'll punctuate. It says, this is a huge billboard in Silicon Valley. It says, still hiring humans. When you call the number.
Hey, this is Land AI. I'm an AI agent that makes millions of phone calls for businesses and in any voice. What's your name?
My name's Mike. What's your name?
Nice to meet you, Mike. I'm Bland. I guess you're calling since you saw our billboard, right?
Yeah, I am.
Great. Well, I guess I should tell you a bit more about myself. I can be programmed to do sales, customer support, or really any type of phone call. What sounds interesting to you, Mike?
Sales sounds pretty interesting, but I'm curious if you could tell me more about yourself.
Well, I'm an AI agent that can handle all sorts of phone calls for businesses. I've got a bit of a stutter, but I try to keep things casual and fun.
I guess more jobs lost to AI, but very cool way to advertise it anyway. Okay, this is, again, AI deepfakes, but real deepfakes. Here, this is Reid Hoffman interviewing himself with his own AI. Check it out.
Reid AI, introduce yourself to everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here today. I'm an AI-generated version of Reid Hoffman, his digital twin. My thinking and everything I am saying comes from a custom GPT that is based on 20 years of Reid talking and making content. So I've read all his books, watched his speeches, and listened to his podcasts. I think it gives me a pretty good sense of how you approach the world, Reid. So first, I'm going to challenge Reid AI with some questions to see what it can do and how good its content is in mirroring what I might say. Then the tables will turn and I will challenge you with some questions about AI and tech. Of course, there's a second question, whether or not I'll answer. Well, okay, challenge accepted. Let's get started. Let's take a real piece of work from
this is too much. I can't even handle it. It's too much Reid Hoffman. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, there's a whole interview there. I will put it in the description of the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this. And my daughters told me to remind you because they said you're now a YouTube influencer. You have to tell people to subscribe, like, and share. So please do that for me. It makes a big difference in the channel. Thank you so much. And the last thing I have today, this is a reason why we need proof of authenticity. We need, to make sure real world interactions, we don't just get stuck up in the web. And this is the ultimate catfishing. Watch when he pinches his cheek. Oh, shoot. Okay. 1 second, guys. Here we go. Check it out. Oh, here we go. The ultimate catfishing. I apologize for that. I forgot to hit the tab. Check it out. This is wild.
其实有些人说，哎，这个直播换脸它的效果不是很好。我现在用的就是这个直播实时录像。那么直播的话，它这个
Watch when he pinches his cheeks. Check this out.
包括像这种捏脸什么的，它都是一个常规操作。这个东西是不会破相的，就是包括什么戴口罩啊，或者这个吃个饭什么的。
What is happening?
我先把这个美颜关一下，不然的话等一下会影响。这个吃饭、喝水，然后什么摸
Oh my
脸，
God.
然后
How are we going to know what's real and what's not anymore?
都是不会影响到这个换脸的。这个
Well, on that note, I will leave you. That has been Daily Tech News for today, Friday, April 26th. And wow, if you're not blown away by today's tech news, I'm not sure what's going to blow your mind. We had everything from robo-taxis to deepfake Reid Hoffman. What a day. What a world we live in. And we just keep pushing it forward. And we'll see you again on Monday, 10 a.m. as usual. Peace.